tell people just so they know before I forget about who you are, about you.
Oh man,
you
wow.
are. You're a professional musician in New York.
Yeah.
But you're a couple things that I don't see in a lot of people, which is why I'm excited to have you on.
Okay.
You are a strong believer. Obviously, you and your wife.
Yeah.
Rock solid in your faith. But you're a professional musician in New York on Broadway, which you can talk about. You've been playing on the Michael Jackson show.
Yeah.
And then you also are obviously involved at church with at King of Kings. You're the MD, keyboard player.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a lot of stuff that you do. But I think people love to hear. You can tell them a little about yourself, but
all right,
the Broadway stuff. What is it like to be a musician on Broadway? We'll get there.
Yeah, so I basically, my dad played trumpet for fun, but my mom played for church piano.
Okay.
So we grew up in a musical household.
I don't even think I knew that.
Yeah, my brother and I. So I'm older.
And
so
what does your brother play?
He plays sax. Oh, the woodwind. He's a woodwind doubler, so saxophone and flute.
Okay. So you met my brother.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like
it's
when
the same thing.
You grew up playing with your siblings in church.
Yeah.
The biggest fights happen that way, and the best musical moments happen.
And also too, like, you don't have to look at each other at all.
No, you don't. Like you saw, I played drums, he played bass.
And that's why I was
laughing.
laughing. Yeah, because like my brother and I, we can sit there, like, we haven't professionally played together besides that one thing that he called me for TV, in like years.
Yeah.
And then like when you get called to do a recording session, I'm at home, I play something, he's at home, that's one thing. But actually playing together, outside of like funerals, it was so good. Like, oh yeah. Oh man, you sound good.
Yeah.
Like to actually get that compliment.
Yeah.
So from each other. So it's great, especially as the older brother. See, like he's
which you are.
He's killing it. Yeah.
You're the older brother.
I'm the older brother. But
all right, so you grew up. You had a musical family.
Started trombone early. Like my dad went to a pawn shop and got a trombone.
Yeah.
I was like 6 or 7, and you're not supposed to usually start like in 4th grade. I was starting like at 2nd grade. So just learning how to like just get everything to work here.
Yeah.
So I started.
That's early.
Yeah, it's early
for brass.
And they start playing in church. So like Christmas was a big one. So it's like, oh man, the whole family is going to play "Angels We Are Heard on High." So my dad's playing trumpet, I'm playing trombone. My brother's playing recorder first.
Yeah.
And then he started playing flute.
Okay.
And then so it just branched out, and now my brother and I came in. Like my dad's trumpet is beyond retirement, but he wants to like learn how to play again. Yeah. And I said, I refuse to teach you.
By the way, your dad's a great guy. Remember I met him.
Yeah,
he was at
the men's retreat. Yeah, he had a great time.
Yeah, he was just a good, friendly.
But also,
guy.
you know what it is too. I mean, and I guess as we know, parenting is hard. And my dad, we talk to my parents all the time about it. But I think they're just very. I don't want saying proud is. I don't want to go like too,
Yeah.
But he's very happy that my brother and I are successful. Like the music business the music business is so hard.
It's tough.
So,
but when I understand what you're saying, because my mom, I don't think I ever told you this, or maybe I did, but she had the opportunity way back. She went to Temple for music.
Okay, yeah,
music education, but vocal. She's a phenomenal singer.
Okay.
You know who Sandy Patty is?
Yeah.
I got to brag on my mom. My mom sounded like Sandy Patty. She had that soprano voice, which I feel like we don't have anymore.
Oh man,
sopranos like that. But while she was in Philly, she was invited to understudy on Broadway. I don't even know what show or the details, but they said if you come understudy now, you'll have a lead within a year or two somewhere. Come in, be in the community, understudy for this show, but this is your in. And she didn't, for a number of reasons, she didn't do it. She went into some ministry things and things like that.
Yeah.
But all that to say, as I was coming up in music then and in studying and the path that I took in percussion, she was the most proud. Because she was. It's a deeper level when your parents are musical and when they're higher level music and they understand that. Yeah. So
of course, like also too, it's like to sacrifice. It's a mental.
Yeah.
Professional music, even in ministry, it's a lot of it is mental.
Yeah.
Oh,
for sure.
The challenge of not knowing. Like, so for instance, in the professional world, I can get called to, hey man, we need you to do a recording for a commercial.
Yeah.
And you get there, you don't know what style it is. Now you can say no.
You're sight reading.
Yeah, you're sight reading.
Yeah.
Or there might be nothing. We just need you to feel it out.
Yeah.
And you're like, and once you say, I don't know what that means, immediately in their head, like, we can't call them because time is money.
Yeah.
And so you have to say, again, you have the two options. You can say, no, that's not my strong suit, or you can just put yourself out there.
Yeah.
And you really need to make sure that you actually have the tools for that.
Yeah.
So you had to kind of be bold, and clearly God has opened these doors.
Sure. And real fast, because your wife is in fashion. And so I was talking to Sarah the other day about you guys, how God just opened the doors for the arts, for fashion and music at the highest levels really in the world for you guys. And you're so strong in your faith, both of you. It's not like, I feel like there's some people that reach those higher levels and they use Christian. Yeah, I'm a Christian in name. Or I went to church when I was a kid, so therefore I'm a Christian. But you guys live, you really are salt and light in those places.
Well, just how you big up Sarah.
Yeah.
Like Rochelle is, to be honest, so been a Christian all my life, but because of the denomination I grew up as a Seventh-day Adventist.
Okay.
So in terms of speaking in tongues through the Spirit, all that I didn't know. So
now you're all in. King of Kings.
Oh,
now.
no,
it's a wild church.
Our previous church.
Yeah.
I remember like being, I was playing trombone there.
Yeah.
And this one pastor was like, all right, it was okay, Wednesday service. We're not going to leave here until we have 50 people speaking in tongues. I'm looking at my brother like, this guy's crazy, man. Yeah. What is this? So I remember actually having, Rochelle and I, we were dating, and she was like, you don't speak in tongues? I said, what are you talking about? No, I don't speak in tongues. I actually tried to like give like reasons why.
Yeah, you had your theology.
I had my biblical reasons that are not in the Bible. You know?
Right.
Like, no, and like, so, but the good thing about her is that she was really like, all right, after like our little intense fellowship, I was actually curious about it.
Sure.
And then she was like, okay, so she talked to some elders who actually
was this at King Kings?
No, this is at our old church. So talked to some elders who actually go to King Kings now, Frank and Cherie, and they were like, "You want to see the Holy Spirit?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." And then I was filled with the Holy Spirit. Yeah. And so she is like the reason why she helped catapult the zeal for the Lord for me. Yeah. So I mean, like, you know, you're in fashion, you're in basically you're in entertainment. Yeah. Whether it be clothing or music.
Right. In New York.
In New York.
As the saying goes.
Yeah, in New York.
You make it. You've arrived. In a sense, in the fashion world, in the music world, if you are employed in New York, you have reached a certain level of success that most people don't.
Right. And it's a blessing because that world has so much demonic attack on it. Mm-hmm. And there's so many different spirits that are just constantly just bombarding that, you know, and you can't have such an ego to say, well, no, I can take that on. You can't. You can't. First of all, you need the Lord to help you with that. Yeah. But it's great to have a support system. Yeah. And so Rochelle is always great with that. Yeah. So.
And you're both in it together.
Yeah.
Different spheres, so to speak.
Right.
But you both understand what you're going into when you drive in, or take the train in, whatever. Yeah,
so I remember, speaking of like just like your convictions, I remember it was like 2014, the first time I got this call to play down at NYU, and it's for. I'm just gonna say it. It's fine. So it was for the National Gay Men's Chorus.
Okay.
Now. Most people have no idea, and at the time I had no idea.
Yeah.
But again, this is like earlier me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had a mercenary mindset as a musician, as a freelancer.
Yeah.
You say yes to every gig.
Oh yeah. See, I get that.
Yeah, yes to every gig, and money. And
but even more than the money, it's you never know who you're going to be next to.
That's another thing too.
And you know.
Yep.
To me, that's been almost more valuable than any finances I've got.
Right.
In the past is. I said yes to gigs.
Yeah.
Because who am I going to meet? What doors are going to open?
Yeah. Well, that's one thing that's actually in the long run. Like, you want to make sure that if God gives you an opportunity, that you are, number one, you're doing it for the right reasons. You have discernment and everything like that. But you're going to see people who are like, man, who is this guy playing drums? Who's this guy playing trombone? Yeah. And you go in there and you actually take care of business. It's like, man, that was good. And then later on, he's here again.
It's worth 100 resumes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, because it's word of mouth.
Absolutely.
You know, your resume is like...
Especially in those circles.
Yeah. That person's great.
Mm-hmm. So, sorry, the NYU
thing. So, I'm doing that and...
You played it. You did it.
The money was very good.
Yeah.
Very good. And I did it the next year. And finally, I was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
And then, the pandemic happened. And, like everybody, when they're home, you just watch, YouTube TV. And the whole thing about the gay men's chorus that was based in San Francisco.
Yeah.
They did something online, and they actually made a song talking about we will indoctrinate your kids.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. I'm hearing it. I'm like, I know that person. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And I told Rochelle that this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They call. Hey, we're gonna get back. Want to know if you can do it? I said, nah, I really can't.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be this amount of money. I said, nah, I'm sorry. Was there any way you can? I was like, we'll give you.
Yeah.
This. And I was like, so then I told Rochelle, I said, hey, listen, I think I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
And the best thing she said, she goes, okay, but what you stood for all this time,
yeah,
since you've learned everything,
yeah, is
for what? I said, you're right.
Yeah. And
after that, I said, I can't do it. And
yeah.
And listen, like you pray about these type of things, like you said, it's word of mouth, and it's being in you meet this guy, that person don't play. Oh, that person played for Barbra Streisand. You're just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And literally, I got to points like, nah, I don't care. For that,
sure.
For that situation, I was like, no,
that specific one.
For that specific, because just as the Lord can bless you, the devil can throw things in your face that will look like blessings.
Yeah.
And so I just had to really learn no.
So true.
And that happened besides doing Broadway, before that, I started doing a lot of commercial stuff and hip hop and R&B on TV.
Yeah.
And I remember the last person who I was on the road with, and it was my brother and my friend. We had a horn section, we had a company actually, and we would hire people and stuff like that, and be on the road. And I just got married, which be on the road and
it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
If you're there together, it's great.
Yeah.
If you're by yourself, it's and you're with a secular artist.
Yeah.
Who this R&B singer is a sex symbol.
Yeah.
So it's just like.
Yeah.
And I don't care how strong you think you are.
Yeah.
That part of the industry and entertainment is so strong.
Yeah.
This artist, and he was great to us, but I remember he had a time where he said, all right, listen, everybody bring your wives, your kids.
Yeah.
We're at Foxwoods Casino, and we had, did a concert.
Yeah.
He said, all right, we're going to go to the top of this club, and we have food for everybody. And we were there the whole time. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But, concert's over. Now it's like 1 o'clock. I'm like, all right, it's time. Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
Rochelle's like, why? I'm having a great time. Listen, free food is free food. It was great. We had sushi. It was great.
The best.
I'm sure. So we're leaving. So I had my horn with me, and I told her, I said, man, you got to put your laminate away. And these girls started following us, and through the casino, to our room.
The name tag you're talking about. Yeah.
And so Rochelle's like, why are they doing that? I said, because they know that we just played.
Yeah.
And they know who I'm playing for.
Yeah.
And they'll do it. It's like, but I'm with you. I'm your wife. I said, right now they don't care about that.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that to say we were on a tour bus, and we were in the Midwest, and I remember praying God, if this is for me, keep me here.
Yeah.
But if you have something different for me, please remove me.
Yeah.
And he removed myself. He removed my brother. Because we prayed about this type of stuff, you know?
Sure.
And we got removed, and we still have a great relationship with all of them.
Yeah.
Because that's when God does, when you ask God to do it, he'll do it, and relationships are still great.
Yeah.
If I saw this artist in the street, he would still, it's not like, why did you?
God doesn't burn your bridge.
No. So it was amazing.
That's a whole other, we could do a whole topic on that, because so many people, not even talking about the music industry, but so many people will burn bridges and relationships and say, it's because God removed me. And
no.
He might have removed you, but the way you went about that, you dishonored.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
But that's what you're saying. So it was the Lord removing you. And then after that, you already lived in New Jersey.
Yeah, live in New Jersey.
So you were back in this area, and then how did you end up? Right now, you play for 2 years on the Michael Jackson
Actually,
Broadway show.
4 years.
Is it 4 years? So you've been on since it opened then.
Yeah. So
how did that? That's what I think people want to. So I get so many questions about, especially from aspiring professional musicians, young people. How do you break into the New York scene?
The scene.
And for a lot of them, it specifically means the shows.
Yeah.
The Broadway.
So
how did that happen for you from leaving that tour?
All right. So that tour. So here's the thing that's so crazy. In the pop and R&B and rock, half of those musicians are actually church musicians. I'm not gonna say that they're Christian by name, or but
they come out of the church.
Listen, we could also start playing something, and it's like worship music, and so it's so
they all know how to flow, even if their life is not reflecting the
No, it's it's amazing. Like when I was like, wait, everybody, like, so for instance, my first time on the road, so my first gig was with Mary J. Blige, and the MD, Lauren Dawson, was the MD at the church I was serving at.
Okay.
And he basically said, "Oh my gosh, I MD for Mary J. Blige. We have some horn. We never had horns. Can we do it?" And he had
at the church. He said this.
Yeah, at the church. Yeah, at the church. And we formed a great bond because, and you might know this, that a lot of musicians don't necessarily in church read.
Yes.
Or have any type but they're amazing.
They're
amazing. Mm-hmm. But then it's like, if you just knew what you're doing, so, we sat with him. He's like, all right, so I'm going to play this and you guys just play that. I'm like, whoa, I'm a trombone. I can't play all the way up there.
Yeah.
So we had, so we talked about arranging.
That's how he was arranging the parts. It was kind of by ear.
Yeah. So we do that. He's like, okay, do that. So I'll do this and you guys do that.
Yeah.
So now all the voice, like you're hearing the whole canvas instead of just right here.
Yeah.
So anyway, we built that great friendship, and that started in commercial. And then after that, and again, I grew up in Teaneck, New Jersey, which has a whole bunch of people from the Met. Teaneck and Inglewood, a great jazz. Dizzy Gillespie was in Inglewood. John Faddis, a great.
I mean, Phil Smith lives up that way.
Yeah, Phil Smith up in Bergen County
or something.
Yeah, and went to Hawthorne Church for all that. So it's all that
Phil
rich
Smith's
music.
the principal. He was the principal for New York Philharmonic.
Amazing.
Trumpet,
amazing.
A legend. He retired now.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, a really strong believer. We were talking
great
about this
believer.
Before. He and his wife.
Yeah, Sheila.
She's an intercessor.
Great human beings.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And so what we did, we got home. Like, we want to get into the commercial scene and Broadway. How do we do that? Ray Chu, who does Dance with the Stars now, was doing. Oh my gosh. He did a whole bunch of BET award shows and stuff like that, and so we did old school.
Yeah.
Had the union book.
Yeah.
Joined the union, and we did a whole bunch of cold calls, and I'll tell you about that too, because how it goes full circle. But
cold calls.
Oh yeah. Which I actually admire some people who do that, but like generally not. Some people do cold calls now to get, not to know you, but just to get on the gig.
Gotcha.
And then sometimes you just see genuine people, and you're like, okay, man, I don't have a spot now, but listen, I'll refer you to somebody else who I know has a show.
Yeah.
And, that's how you get your name going. But went to Ray Chu's house, and he sat there and talked to us.
That's awesome.
And he goes, you
guys were nobodies at the time.
No, nobody. We literally just did Mary J. Blige, and that was it. But still, nobody. Listen.
You weren't into the New York scene. Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
We were just on the road, and then he goes, well, in 2 weeks, what are you guys doing? I'm at home at my parents' house. I'm doing nothing.
Yeah.
He goes,
he hadn't heard you play.
No. Again, this is just. Again, it's all God.
So, but it's so funny. People, it's not always audition based.
Yeah, it's not.
In my experience.
Yeah.
Now, in the classical world, it's 100%.
Yes.
Well, I can't say 100%.
No.
It's audition based, but so many times in my experience in the classical percussion world, where you have 400 guys for one section position, they already knew who they were going to give the job to. They did the audition, but they already knew. He'd been subbing with them for years.
Of course.
That happened over and over and over. I saw that happen.
Oh, yeah, of course. And they still do that.
Yeah.
They still
so it was actually, I would say it was more about the networking.
The networking's key.
More about, do they like you?
Yeah.
Like, are you just a good person to be? Are you nice? Are you good? Can you be on tour and get along with people? Or are you difficult? To me, that weighs sometimes more than the audition.
Well,
do you agree with that? That's been my experience.
So check this out. So a great teacher of mine, Luis Bonilla, who used to be at the Vanguard Jazz Orchestra.
Yeah.
When I took lessons from him, it was amazing because we took lessons, but then we just hang out. My lessons should be an hour long, like 3-4 hours, just playing and just talking. He said the best thing. He says, "Listen, you have to understand something. In this business, you have 3 types of musicians. You have the player. That's what you want to aspire to be. You want to be a player. You come in on time. You just do the job. You have a great attitude. All that. That's what you want to be.
Yeah.
Then you have the mascot. He said the mascot is the one who helps set up, and he's a great hang.
Sure.
He or she's a great hang, but they're not the best player. But you need them for morale. It's good for the group to have the chord jester that tell the jokes, right? But there's only 1 or 2 of those. You're not gonna see a whole bunch of those. And he says, then you have the third, the operator. The operator is there for the next gig, to take that person's gig, to take your gig. What I mean, no. And he says
they're working the angle.
Oh, there's always an angle. There's literally always an angle.
I like that, the operator.
Yeah, and to be honest,
they're just waiting for you to be late, get stuck on the train. I mean,
I have a story.
Right?
I have a story. About
I know you told me you have a story about that.
But yeah, so man, no, but there's operators, and so I try to surround myself around, good musicians and good people. Yeah, because.
And when you were with him, like you said, you were at his house.
Yeah.
It feels like what you're saying is he kind of saw that. He's like, I like these guys. Oh, yeah. And that's why he said, what are you doing in 2 weeks? It wasn't because of your playing.
Yeah.
It was like,
oh, and not only that.
These guys, they came here, they cold called, or they went out of their way, and I like them. They're good guys. I'm going to give them a chance.
Yeah, and I still have a great relationship with Ray Chu.
Yeah.
I did, but this is what happened. He goes, all right, so in 2 weeks I'm doing something, an award show. I said, oh, God. And he goes, but you need another trumpet player.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's the 3 of us. We don't know to get. He goes, all right, so we're going to get this guy. We're going to get Earl Gardner. Now, so for those who don't know, Earl Gardner was a trumpet player for SNL for 30-something years. Mm-hmm. He also was the lead trumpet player for Thad Jones, Mel Lewis, and the Vanguard Orchestra for years as well. Yeah. One of the biggest commercial players, did a whole bunch of, his sound is amazing. Just hearing him, if you listen to jazz, big band music, his sound swings the whole band. It's amazing to see. Yeah, amazing. And he says, yeah. So we'll call Earl. He's in Teaneck as well. He goes, and so the gig is going to be 2 weeks. It's going to be with Shaka Khan and Stevie Wonder. I was like, what? Wow. And then he says, and you guys write? Yeah, we write. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys, I'm going to give you the music, and you get the, wow. And you're going to arrange the music. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, we're waiting for the music. Yeah. And it's rehearsal.
You don't want to nag him. You don't want to push it. You don't.
Oh, no. Rehearsal's on a Friday. Yeah. The gig's on a Saturday. Yeah. Thursday.
It's just a normal professional gig, one rehearsal.
Oh, yeah.
And a gig.
Yeah, the rehearsal sound check, and then so Thursday comes, we get the email. And it's a medley, and all Shaka Khan's Grace and Stevie Wonder. We're like, okay, yeah. As we write it out, and I didn't know who at the time. We didn't know who Earl Gardner was, so we just write the music. We sit down. We we get there on time, and we see Shaka Khan at the rehearsal, and we play, and then Ray looks, and Gerald Hayward was playing drums. Okay, and so and we'd known Gerald for a while, and Ray looks back and says, good job. Then he says, whatever you guys do, when Stevie comes for the sound check, do not play any music. And it wasn't him being a diva. Yeah. But Stevie, if he hears something, it does not matter the genre. He will play it back. Mm-hmm. And it'll be a jam session. And not only was Ray Chu the MD, but also production-wise as well. So the rehearsal for the sound check had to be 40 minutes with Shaka, 40 minutes with Stevie. Yeah. If you're doing a jam session, he's going to jam out, and we're not going to have the time. So my brother's warming up on his flute, because he's playing flute and saxophone, very lightly playing some Bach. And Stevie sits down and starts playing. So Earl goes, "You're playing music, man!" So it was so cool, because then, and after that, my brother stopped, and Stevie's like, "No, keep playing." And then Ray's like, "No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that." But that showed that we could do the job. Yeah. We were scared out of our lives. Mm-hmm. Please don't mess up, please. I mean, and also too, it's TV. Yeah. So one thing about TV is, like there's no like do-over for an award show.
Right.
For like back then we did like AOL sessions and Yahoo. Like you can edit that. It's like live. You can't, man, you can't make a mistake. And I think that's so hard you're trying to be perfect and we're not perfect,
Right.
But you're trying to have that perfect show, that perfect performance.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's the one thing, like the adrenaline, like you.
Yeah.
And I will say this too, like even taking the worship, especially like being King of Kings now. I love the challenge of like not knowing a song, and then I had to figure like, okay, if you're giving me the numbers, I better get it together the first pass.
Mm-hmm.
And then, even though you might be fine, like, okay, you didn't get the second time, you might be okay. But in my head, I'm like,
yeah, you want to do it the first time.
I got to get the first time. So, it's just that being that perfection. So, anyway.
So, that gig went all right, obviously.
It went great. And then.
And that opened more doors?
Opened more doors. So, we were talking about praying about Broadway and, what we want to do. And in 2006, he's like, listen, we're doing the off-Broadway thing of Dreamgirls.
Mm-hmm. So you did start off Broadway.
Yeah. You want to do it? Yeah, I want to do it. And it was at the Apollo.
Yeah.
And so Ray True he was in charge at that time of the Apollo. So we did Dreamgirls, met some great musicians there, and really learned from like some veterans, like the do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
So like for instance, like I remember Dreamgirls, the brass, it's a lot going on. Mm-hmm. And we had some very good trumpet players. So they're like Arturo Fast. They're taking up the octave and everything. And they sound amazing. During intermission, Earl McIntyre, who plays bass trombone, goes up to us, man, you guys sound great, man. Listen, don't ever do that again. He says, you guys sound great. He says, but the conductor didn't ask for that.
Yeah.
And the conductor's going to remember, even though you guys sounded great, that you guys didn't have the discipline to actually just do what's written.
Yeah.
Because if you actually do what's written, that is going to create space for the music, especially if you're playing horns. You need to give the space for the rhythm section, to be honest, and it shows that's crucial. Yeah, the rhythm section is going to make it really happen, not the horns. Yeah, and that was the best. That was another good lesson. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to play it by the book, and then that started, and then just being in like different circles. So like in Broadway, you have like the people in Broadway, you have the jazz guys who do Broadway. Yeah. And then you have like the classical guys who do Broadway.
Because there's so many different shows.
Yes.
You have Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, yeah. And Michael Jackson.
Right.
And everything in between. Yeah.
And Lion King.
And Lion King, right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So you'll see like the jazz guys. Well, how you get it with that? Well, you got, all right, go down to the Vanguard, go down to Birdland, just pop in.
It's different, right?
Yeah, and you see those guys like, all right, well, how am I going to get to, you have to like literally like just, you got to spend some time, and then once you get in that circle, it's fine. Yeah. So my friend Luis, I'm sorry, my first show I subbed on. All right, so check. All right. My first show I subbed on was Chicago. Mm-hmm. And how I got the gig for that.
Not in Chicago. No, it was the show.
The show Chicago.
Yeah.
And how I got to sub on there was, now this is 2010. I'm now I went back to school to do my master's in jazz performance. Mm-hmm. So I went to the classical just like you, but but now doing all this commercial, I was basically persuaded to go back. Man, you can learn jazz arranging. You do all this arranging. Yeah. I was like, look, I'm not gonna like not do arranging. Like it's gonna help with me with my arranging what I want to do. So I went back, and I did this. A bass trombone player from Dreamgirls, who I had a great relationship with, said, "Listen, I'm doing a recording session. Can you do it?" Mm. I said, "Sure," not knowing who was going to be there. Yeah. I get in there, Lou Soloff, who just Seneca Black, who was the lead trumpet player for Wynton Marsalis for a while. Mm-hmm. Howard Johnson, who basically was the MD of the SNL band when Paul Schaefer was still doing the arranging, like all these heavy hitters. So you're talking about all the OGs.
Do you think that was God opening doors?
Oh yeah. All these OGs, and then this phenomenal trombone player who's my age or our age, Andy Hunter, who is now in Cologne doing WDR big band. Okay. He is Ryan, he's so good. I took Rochelle to see the Mingus big band. Yeah. And he was subbing. Mm-hmm. And went to Jazz Standard, and literally he's playing. He did this crazy cadenza, and then added the Bach cello suite. I sat there, and I go, oh. And Michelle's like, "What? I'll never play trombone again.
Yeah.
He was that good.
Yeah.
Like it was a.
The guys who make you want to hang it up.
Yeah, because like usually it's like a veteran, like, oh man, 60 years old.
Yeah.
He was my age.
Yeah.
So at the time, he was like 20. Yeah, he was 28, 29. We were both 28, 29.
Yeah.
And so I go to the session, and the euphonium player, Dave Bargeron, who just passed away, he was doing it. And I knew who Dave Bargeron was. He did Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the original Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And all this great Michel Camilo big band. I like his big band. He was amazing. And he's playing euphonium. And then like during the break, he goes, I'm like, oh man, my friend subs on drums at Chicago goes, oh yeah. I'm not asking him to do anything.
Yeah.
You're talking about an A, like this guy, A-type personality. We're not asking him for anything. I'm just, yeah. So if you see him, just tell him I said hello. He goes, all right, man, yeah, all right. I said, okay. We finished the whole thing. He goes, man, you sound good. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. I appreciate it. Man, you actually want to sub on the show? So, I can't say yes that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm like, yeah, that'll be
You wanted to jump in.
Yes,
before he's even done.
You want to? Yeah. So my first show was subbing for him.
Nice.
Now, this is how crazy it is. So he's old school.
Mm-hmm.
I think at the time when I met him, he had a flip phone. And he had the date book. You know how the old date book.
Oh, yeah. They love the book.
Yeah, the book.
So the little black book.
Yeah. So he calls me. He says, listen. Now, when he told me about Broadway, like months went by.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was at Jersey City, a teacher told me, it'll never happen. That person not a good person. Just say, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
He calls me. He says, listen, could you come in on Tuesday? And that now, you can watch it. Now I'm going to go watch the show.
Yeah.
And when I go to watch the show, as you know, like you go, you want to see the regular. He tells me, yeah, come on Thursday to watch. I go Thursday. He's not even there. A sub is in. So I'm watching him, but the second trombone player moved up, so I'm just there.
Mm-hmm.
You're
talking about sitting down in the pit.
Oh, this was on stage.
Oh, they were on stage.
So I'm wearing the all black and just,
Yeah.
And so Chicago, basically, you're talking about like the 1920s type of jazz.
Yeah.
So it's very like particular. So you have to sit there, like you have to have this where, yes, you're singing what they're reading, but you have to like, I need to sound exactly like what he just did.
Yeah.
So most shows are dark on Monday. Their show's dark on Wednesday.
Mm.
So Monday I'm home. I'm just getting ready. Tell my parents, I got to practice because I got the show tomorrow. My phone rings. It's the in-house contractor who's the second trombone player.
Yeah.
Where are you?